what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the Hot Toys Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back Luke Skywalker 6 scale Bespin Deluxe version figure. Now I am definitely excited about this, and this is easily one of my most anticipated figures of the year. And I know I have mine on pre-order at Sideshow Collectibles. That's where I have got this particular figure from, but I know it has already been released for a couple of months now. So yeah, I must admit I'm definitely excited about this, and this is based on Luke Skywalker from Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, which is my all-time favorite Star Wars film too as well, But anyway, I'm finna get into this right now. So as you can see, this is the box that contains the Luke Skywalker figure from Hot Toys, and they're calling it the Bespin, and I also have the deluxe version because there's also a standard version of this too as well, because the deluxe version comes with an extra stand and so on. But as you can see, this is how it looks. Now I must admit, I think the box art is pretty cool for this. I like the image of and this is actually the figure too of Luke Skywalker with his lightsaber right there, and as you can see, it does say Bespin too. Right there. You can see the deluxe stuff that it comes with right there in that particular image. And of course you have an image of Luke right here on the side too with his lightsaber, and that's actually the figure. So I actually think that looks pretty cool though. And I know you can also slide this on off too right here as well. Then you have this shot of Luke right here. I think this is pretty cool, and this is also a DX figure too. I keep forgetting to mention that this is a DX figure. So that's how he looks right there. You can see an image of Vader, and it even goes around to right here the image of Vader. So yeah, I must admit, I think even that's pretty cool looking. Luke Skywalker, okay. And of course, you can slide this on out too as well. Then it has this little read up too about Luke right here. As you can see, this is how it looks. You can see him fighting Darth Vader, and there's a read up right there. It says Luke Skywalker, in his path to become a Jedi, Luke Skywalker headed to Dagobah in search of the great Jedi Master Yoda. Luke trained hard, failing often, but learning much from his wise master. During the exercise, the young Skywalker saw a vision of his friends in pain. Luke cut his training short against Yoda's wishes to help them in Cloud City on the planet of Bespin, where Darth Vader awaited. And of course, you know what happens there. You should have listened to Yoda, huh? So yeah. And here's a shot of the figure on the inside too, just showing that right there. So I'm going to get into this right now. And as usual, Hot Toys gives you the instruction manual for their figures. So I'll be sure to get oh, they changed this too. I noticed that it doesn't fold out. It actually opens an instruction manual, a booklet. Because usually, the Hot Toys figures, they used to fold all out and stuff. So here are all the different accessories and things, that come from Luke and so on, the instructions and so on for him. So I'll be sure to get a look at this stuff. Okay. First, I want to talk about the display stands that come for Luke Skywalker. Now right here, as you can see, is the Dagobah themed set display stand. This is exclusive to the deluxe version of the Bespin Luke Skywalker figure. So this is on Yoda's home world. You get this stand right here, as you can see. And you get this part here, which you could put up on it too. Because if you had a snow speeder Luke, I guess he could even go on this particular stand, But this is how this looks right here, the Dagobah theme set. So I think that's pretty cool looking. Like he in the swamp. And you can see a hint of the fog, when you turn it like that, see the fog right there, you can see it flowing through the picture. That's pretty cool. Then you also get this particular piece right here, which is some logs and wood and so on, and leaves and so on, some rock, I believe. So I must think that is pretty cool. And this is exclusive to the deluxe version of Luke Skywalker. So I think that's kind of cool that we get like 2 stands with it, you know. Up next, and this is the main thing I'm definitely excited about. And you would have got this with the standard version of the figure. We have the actual Bespin, like what Cloud City like stand, and this is like when Luke was in like the carbon chamber. Cause what you get right here, you get like these 2 pieces. So this is what I'm definitely excited about. This is probably the one I'll be mostly displaying Luke on. And this actually comes, like I mentioned before, with the standard version, as you can see. So this is how Luke, it does say Luke Skywalker's name. And I know you gotta pull that off too. Sometimes I don't, but you gotta put the sticker off. As you can see, it does say Luke Skywalker. And this is like how it looks right here. Then of course, you know, you also have this red too. Now I must admit, even I prefer like the under style, you know, U style stand. I don't like the waist grab. I prefer like the cross grabber type stand. I don't like when it goes around their waist, but this is what they have. They give us, you know, Hot Toys. Then you also get this other piece right here, which I'm kind of curious about too. Let's see if I can get it on that. And this is like part of like, you know, where they have put Han Solo in the carbonite or frozen. So this is how it looks too. So I must admit, I'm definitely kind of curious about this, because one of the things that's awesome about this is actually like USB power, so we don't need like batteries. So you can probably actually like leave this on. Now I was hearing something about, like in one of the reviews I saw for this, that it kind of still comes apart if you're not careful. So I'm definitely sure to check that out. I'm gonna get a look at that right now. Right here, when you look at this, now one of the things I think is odd about this too, Hot Toys, they don't provide you with a USB cord. This is the kind that you need, like the USB-C cord. This is the kind that you would need for this. So what you would do is take this and you would plug it in. I think this is so cool that they have this now. I hope they can do this with the lightsabers, you know. Then there's like an on and off switch right there, and you just cut it on. So as you can see, that's how I look. What I do is I dim the lights to get a better look at it. So as you can see, it's rather bright too. I must admit, that is so cool, and I'm excited that it is actually like a USB power. We don't have to put like batteries in it, so I think that's pretty cool. So you can actually like leave this on if you want. So I think that is so awesome. That's really cool that they did that. You can tell they're moving forward with like the technology. And then up next you get this one, which is probably the one that really looks like cool. Cause with this, you know, you can just take this again, like the USB, cause you can do them separately. You can just plug it on in like this. Then you just cut it on. So let's see if I can do it. So as you can see, that's how this looks too as well. I do notice it looks like it is kind of like a shortish type thing here with the cord. It could be the way I have the cord, because if you're not careful, it'll like go off on you. But you can even just have this like this by itself, like separately. And I just showing if like the lights off, you know, giving an example of how it looks. I think that is so cool, no joke. Lastly, what I want to touch on is, if you look right here, they have like this thing where you can pull this out and pull that in, like that USB-C right there. Because then what you can do is you can take this, I think, so this is probably how we'll have mine displayed, and you can connect these together. Because this is what I was hearing about, you know, that it will come loose or whatever if you're not careful. That's what I was hearing. I can already kind of see it. You know, you can suppose it plug that on up. And I'm gonna see if I can get it to do it. You could then also have them like both like lit up like this. I do notice that it is kind of like a shortish type thing, and I believe it's probably the way my cord is. But as you can see, you can have them like both like lit up. And I think I kind of figured it out. If I'm not mistaken, like a stand hold on, it's not cut off of it. I think you got to actually have the cord turned around, if I'm not mistaken. If you're there like upside down, it stays on. But I still think that is so cool. You can actually just leave this on now, I'm assuming, you know, I don't know if it'll overheat or anything, but I do think that is so cool that they did do this with like a USB power, you know, like stand. That is awesome. And of course, you know, you take this and you can put it right on in here into the, cause you can switch them out. Even that'd be, you know, not to sound like like I'm ranting or anything. It's like they should have gave us like 2 of these, like the stands. So you want to always like keep pulling these out. You know, you can have one for this one, and you also can have one for the Dagobah stand too as well. Not just rant or anything. And again, I wish we had like a U style type stand, like where it goes under. I don't like when it's around like their waist or whatever myself. And now for Luke himself, so I'm gonna pull him on out. Move this to the side. Yeah, so as you can see here, so I gotta take this plastic off of them too. Okay, so yeah, I think the likeness is, I must admit, in the promo pics for the figure, I thought the likeness wasn't that good for Mark Hamill. I thought it was just like okay or great. But I'm gonna see though, but as you can see, there he is. What I want to do first is measure the figure. As you can see, it does stand. So Luke comes in about right on like 12 inches. Like at the top of his hair. So what I do first, talk about like the likeness, I guess, to like Mark Hamill, and like the articulation of the figure too as well. So as you can see, here he is. Yeah, at first I was thinking, you know, that the likeness was like just okay on this. I mean, it's solid, but now as I get a good look at it, you know, it does like Mark Hamill. It's a good likeness, awesome likeness. I think that's pretty cool. So as you can see, that's how he is. Because you know, Mark was like in that car accident too before like this film or whatever. But this is how he, it looks too, like the clothes and so on. It's pretty cool. They got some nice like padding in this, so like it fills them out pretty good. These are like his shoes too as well. Now his head can turn left, right. You can look up, you can look down, you know, you can tilt and so on. And you notice it's also like a separate piece, like the hair can be removed, it's like magnetized. Well, you know, I ain't gonna say that, but you know, you can take his hair off because he has another hair piece, which I think is pretty cool. They gave us like 2 like hair display options. We can change his hair out. Now his arms, they can go up to like about right here. You know, you can rock them and so on too as well. He does have a split. He does have a bend in the leg. It's actually like a double bend, so you can't bend it all the way up like that. The feet can turn. I don't want to do it too much because they're still like boots like. And of course his arms can bend too as well. And he does have a double bend in the arms. So you can like double bend them too. Hands, of course, you know, can turn. And he does have like an ab crunch too as well. As you can see, he stays up too if you ab crunch him. There. Yeah, so as simple as it is, I think this is a pretty awesome Luke Skywalker figure. So yeah. Now I want to move on through the accessories that come with the Luke Skywalker Bespin figure from Hot Toys. Now first, I want to touch on this, and this is the belt, because we have to put this on Luke. And it's like it's actually like a Velcro rail too, so you like put this around him. And I think this goes around like his leg too as well. But this is how it look, because it even has like these pouches on it too as well, because they can slide around and stuff too. But I don't think they can open though. Yeah, they're not able to be open, but it's how the belt looks. And then you know you will put this around like his waist, because it even has the spot, I believe, like the where the lightsaber will hang at too as well, as you can see, and where you can hang your lightsaber at. So I'm going to put this on him. Here's Luke with the the belt on him. It was pretty easy too, because everything you gotta get it, put his foot through it first, through this right here. Then of course, you know, you have like the belt which you Velcro on, like it has like Velcro on the back where you just strap it on together. It was pretty easy to get it on him. That's how it looks on him. Because you know you can put his blaster right here in his holster, and you can also hang a lightsaber like hilt right there as well. So yeah, be sure to try all those accessories out. And then up next, Luke has his blaster right as well, as you can see, like his blaster pistol, and this is how it looks. Because you know then you can take this and you can holster it into Luke's holster right. You can stick it on there like this. So let's see if I can do it. And as you can see, that's how Luke holster his blaster. Where you can put it in this holster. So of course, you know, you can just have that in this holster like that. I think that's pretty cool. And now I want to talk about the hands that Luke come with too. He has like 5 alternate hands. You have like a trigger hand, so this would be good for like the blaster. And it's only for like his right hand. Then you have like a fist, like a solid fist. And I guess you could say this is like a force type hand, like he's using the force. Then you have like this kind of hand too as well, like an open type hand. You could tell something can go in it though. Then he has like this hand. This can be kind of like a force hand, like this open hand. So he has like 7 interchangeable hands if you count the hands that are already on him. And then up next, here's the lightsaber. So as you can see, this is like the hilt of the saber, and it does have the loop, so you know you can like hang it around like Luke and so on. Well, on this belt. Then here's like the actual blade. I heard this time they actually got like lighter with this. If you notice it, like the lightsaber blades that Hot Toys are doing now, with the particular blue one, it's like it's getting lighter. This other one was kind of darker, and of course, you know, you can just stick this on in here like this, and there's like a lightsaber. Then you know you have like the wave one too as well, as if it was already swinging it like this right here, as we usually get. I know there's a point in time we didn't get the wave sabers, you know, but now you got like a wave one if you want that. So that's pretty cool. As you can see, that's where you would hang Luke's saber. If you just want it like hanging like that, you can just have it like hanging right there. I do think that's so awesome. You know, the display options with this, like you can have the blaster in his hand, or you can have like the lightsaber hilt hanging from his waist, you know, and so on. Just like so many ways you can like display the figure. So I think that is like awesome. And another thing I think is pretty cool about this too as well, we also have the option, like I mentioned before, you can actually change Luke's like a hairpiece right. So I even think this is kind of cool because he has like a separate like hair sculpt, and it does have the magnet in it. Then you can put this one on him right here, as you can see. So you have the option of displaying like him with like a different hair sculpts, because this is the one that he had on. So I think that's pretty cool that we get these like 2 different like hair sculpts. Then up next you get this rare, and this is exclusive to the deluxe version of the Bespin Luke. So as you can see, this when he was fighting Darth Vader, and when he chopped like the head off, and it turns out that it was really him in the suit. So I think that's pretty cool. I like how you can even see that underneath, you know, even though you didn't really see that in the film. I think that's pretty cool that they gave it that too as well, except the neck. That just goes to show you why it probably ain't too many like horror type based figures from Hot Toys, because look how realistic that would seem if it's like bloody and so on. How realistic they can get with horror type figures, you know. I think that's pretty awesome though. Then up next, and I must admit I don't ever use these with my figures from Hot Toys. This is the eyeball rolling thing, because you know we can have this, and you would take remove like Luke's hair, and you can like have his eyes like rolling around and stuff if you wanted. with this particular feature. But I must admit, I don't really ever use this to change my figures' eyes. I'm thinking about starting doing that though, like have their eyes like rolling and stuff. Then you also get some pegs, like if you break a peg or whatever, as usual from Hot Toys. Then you also get some buttons. Like the buttons came off like a Luke pouch, got let there on his pouch, like his belt area. Then you also have this accessory that, as usual, this way it can be really troublesome, like putting like the batteries in this and getting it to activate. And of course Hot Toys does gives you the batteries as well. I still don't really use this particular feature, you know. But as usual, I always like give a demonstration of how it looks, you know, with the figure. Now I put like the batteries in this arm here. And like I say, I only use like 2 batteries, like when I'm just giving an example, and it still like lights up. So as you can see, there it is. So I do not show like in the dark. So as you can see, there it is. I must admit, in the dark it's kind of bright. That's why I hope Hot Toys can get to where we can like power these up with like USB, like you know, like features where you can just plug it in. I'm kind of curious how they would do that, you know. And of course, you know, you can take the other lightsaber blade and put it in, and that's how it would look too. It still is a cool feature. It's just like really troublesome, and I still have never really done it. Like put the arm on, you know. I just, if anything, I do this, you know. I don't really bother this, but I do think it's cool that they provide it for us, though. Now what I want to do is compare my Hot Toys Luke Skywalker figure with my other like Luke Skywalkers that I do have from Hot Toys. You can see here's like my Luke Skywalkers that I do have from like Hot Toys, as you can see. Yeah, the Bespin Luke Skywalker, the Snowspeeder Pilot Luke Skywalker. This is the 40th anniversary version, and this is the Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker, and this is the one based on Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Like this particular Luke Skywalker right here. So these are the Luke Skywalkers that I have currently. You know, I know it's like other ones like the Mandalorian one and so on or whatever. And I'm hoping that we get like a re-release of the New Hope Luke. I'm sure they probably will eventually. You know, I'm just kind of suspecting it. I noticed that Hot Toys is going back into like the New Hope territory as well. You know, because they had like, the Dewback lizards like on the way too, as well as the Stormtroopers. Awesome like figures, by the way. And now I want to compare him to like more of the figures based on the Empire Strikes Back, you know, that will go with this particular figure. So as you can see, here's the Hot Toys 40th anniversary Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader. As you can see, like the height difference. It is too, like Vader really like towers over like Luke. As you can see, no, I am your father. As you can see, here's the Hot Toys Lando Calrissian, based on the Empire Strikes Back, and this was also like the 40th anniversary like edition too as well, version as well. So you can see they go together right here, because they're both from like the Empire Strikes Back. And lastly, I wanted to show off the Hot Toys Boba Fett figure, like the 40th anniversary version. And this goes, you know, as you can see with like Luke Skywalker too as well. Awesome collection. I would really recommend these, you know. Especially like a fan like Empire Strikes Back, you know, Hot Toys really did a good job with these particular like figures. Okay, that's the Hot Toys Star Wars, the Empire Strikes Back, Luke Skywalker Bespin version, or Deluxe version 6-scale figure. I think this is awesome and easily like probably one of like the best figures in my collection. And this is based on my favorite Star Wars film, The Empire Strikes Back too as well, you know. So I'm definitely excited about having this particular figure. And I got this from Sideshow Collectibles because I had it on pre-order like all this time, you know, it just took like that long for it to come from me, you know. But I'm definitely excited about having this, and I would definitely recommend it. This is easily like probably my top figures of the year, period, you know, not just from like, you know, like 6 scale, but just in period, like in general, you know. So I would definitely recommend picking this on up. Like the likeness to Mark Hamill, I think it's pretty good on this figure too as well, because I was kind of skeptical about that at first, you know. Like in the promo pics, I thought something was kind of off about his face with it, but it looked pretty good, like in the end. And I think this diorama stand they have with the USB power, like, you know, ability, I think that is so awesome that Hot Toys went in that direction. Now we don't have to have batteries like put into this. I must admit it is kind of troublesome because it kind of does like come loose or what. Not really come loose, but I know it's like the core, if you don't have it just right, it could cut off on you, you know. But I think it still is like well done. I think that's awesome they're going that route with like USB like power, like light effects, like LED light features. I think that is so awesome. But anyway, I would definitely recommend it. So this is the Hot Toys Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back Luke Skywalker Bespin 6 scale deluxe version. Please leave a comment and subscribe to as well. The Force is strong with you, young Skywalker. But you're not a Jedi yet. You are beaten. It is useless to resist. Don't let yourself be destroyed as Obi-Wan did. There is no escape. Don't make me destroy you. Luke, you have not yet realized your importance. You have only begun to discover your power. Join me, and I will complete your training. With our combined strengths, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy. I'll never join you if you only knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father. He told me enough. He told me you killed him. No, I am your father. No, that's not true. That's impossible. Search your feelings, you know it to be true. No!